everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. Today we are going to take a look at the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro B4. This is a dual channel professional wireless microphone for your iPhone. This is going to allow you to get pro audio into your iPhone and be able to mic up two sources at the same time with that dual channel system. We're going to jump into it, unbox it, take a look at it, and here we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this box so we can open it up and try everything out. And first we're gonna see that this is a dual channel 2.4 gigahertz wireless microphone system. It's made for iPhones, iPads, and iPods. However, I will tell you that to use this with an iPad, you need to have an iPad that uses Lightning, not one of the iPad Pros. Those use USB-C, and for those you can use the Blink Saramonic 500 Pro, Blink 500 Pro B6 kit. That is the one that has the USB-C ports on there. So, all right, we're going to see that on the back here. Some of the key highlights. We're going to get up to 100 meters worth of range, or 328 feet. The polar pattern of the microphones is going to be omnidirectional. We're going to get, let's see, 8 hours of battery life, built-in battery life, and then the charging case is going to have 3,000 milliamps of battery in there. So, all right, let's go ahead and open this up here so that we can actually see what we're going to get inside of it. And let's get this plastic off here. Toss that off to the side over there. And let's see, where is this going to open up at? There we go. I think that opens up right at, oh, nope, there we go. It's going to open up on the bottom there. And let's see if we can get this out and see everything that's going to come inside. So let's see here. Let's get this. Looks like there's going to be a box inside of a box. So we'll toss that over there. Open that up. We're going to get a user manual first of all. So if you need to have a user manual to learn anything about the system, you'll have that there. We're going to get a case, which I always love to see. So we're going to get inside this case. We're going to have another case. So there we have it. We have a regular soft case. It's sort of a soft hard shell case. And then we have a straight up hard case right there that we can see that we can use to charge all of our stuff there. So, and once we open that up, we're going to see all of the chargers, the transmitter and the receiver there. So you can see there that we're going to have the receiver here. That's going to have a lightning port on there. See if we can get that there. So we're going to have the lightning port on there that is going to plug directly into our iPhone. So we can go ahead and plug that in, and boom, there we go. Now, there are a couple of things that I like to check out with microphones when I use them with my mobile devices. One of them is, does it have a direct connection to my phone? We already know that it does because it has a lightning port. The other thing is, does it connect directly to my phone without me having to take my case off? And as we can see, I can plug this directly into my iPhone without having to take my case off, which is absolutely fantastic. And the last thing I like to know is, well, how does it sound and how does it perform? And so that's what we're gonna find out right now. So anyways, here is the receiver right here. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back in there for just a moment. We'll go over a little bit more of the receiver once we're using it. And then here are the transmitters. They look the same, so I'll just show you one here. Let me see if I can get that there. So that is the transmitter. On one side, we're going to have the up and down, the plus minus buttons there, so that we can change the gain levels. On this side, we're going to have a power button and a mute button as one. On the back here, we're going to have the clip so that we can clip this onto stuff. And on the front, there's going to be an information screen there, an LCD screen. So let me see if I can go ahead and get this turned on, if there's any juice in it. So there we go. We can see it's starting to power up there. And there you go. You can see there's going to be different information on there. So yeah. All right, let's now that we have this set up, and let's go ahead and see what else is in this box. Well, it's just about set up. Let's go ahead and see what else is in this box, and then let's go ahead and hook it up to the phone and try it out. So it looks like we're going to get a few things in here. Let me see what else is in here. All right, so we're going to get, it looks like a USB, micro USB to USB-A cable. This is what's going to plug directly into your transmitter and receiver, or excuse me, into your transmitters if you need to. We also have a USB-C to USB-A cable. This is going to plug into the case that's going to charge the case and your transmitters. And then we have two lavalier microphones that we can use. So now these cases, these transmitters do have built-in microphones. So if we look right here at the top there, you'll be able to see right there at the top, they do have built-in microphones, so you don't have to actually use the lavalier microphones if you don't want to. I generally don't. I actually like the way the capsules sound on these Blink 500 transmitters. And if you're curious about how they actually sound, well, I'm using one right now. I'm actually using the Saramonic Blink 500 system right now, and I have one of the transmitters underneath my shirt. So they do make this system for all kinds of devices. They make them for regular cameras. They make them for iPhones. They make them for Android phones. They make them with the dual channel. They make them with the single channel. So you can get all kinds of different configurations. I'm using the one right now for my camera, and I have the audio hooked up to my Sony a7S III. So yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and get this all set up and going. And I'm going to go ahead and use my iPhone, and we'll see what it sounds like here inside. And then after, we'll take it outside and see what it sounds like. But first, let's go ahead, hook it up, and see what it sounds like in this particular space. All right, so I now have the system set up, and I'm filming with my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I have the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro B4 set up. And yeah, you can hear right now I have the transmitter just underneath my shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that. You can hear that. So you can see that the transmitter is nice and small enough that you can actually hide it underneath your clothing without a bunch of bulge or bulk or anything. It makes it very easy to be able to hide, so it just looks like you just have good clean audio coming out of nowhere, which is kind of awesome and what you really kind of want, I think. Most people aren't really looking to have their microphone seen, so to have it hidden easily is a very nice thing to be able to do. So I have my camera right here where I normally am, so I'm where I normally have it, so it's direct line of sight. It is a little farther than arm's length away, and you know, it's just working out really nicely right now. Now, I would like to say that on the receiver, it would be really helpful if there were meters on there so you can get an idea of how loud or quiet your audio levels are. There aren't meters, but there is a blue indicator light on there letting you know that you actually have a signal going from the transmitter to the receiver. So it lets you know that the two are paired up and working in conjunction, and that's helpful at least, but there aren't meters on there. If you want meters, because the iPhone's built-in stock camera app doesn't have them, you'll have to use a different app, something like Filmic Pro or Moments, the Moment app or something like that. So, all right. Anyways, this is what it sounds like indoors in this same space that I was using the other mics. So let's head outside, test it out, see what it sounds like outside if I'm vlogging a little bit, and then let's do a distance test and see what that sounds like as well. All right, so I'm outside and filming now, and I'm using the wireless mic system, and I'm using my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this is how I would do if I was just normally vlogging. And it's, as we can see, it works nicely. I mean, this is great because not only does it keep your overall rig nice and lightweight, but it also keeps it very, very compact. So you don't have to worry about having a big heavy mic on there or have to have a big heavy rig to hold everything up. You can just have it just like this. Very, very compact, very nice. And I think this is what a lot of people want in a compact vlogging rig. So, and as we know, the iPhone already has really good video quality. So all you need to do is add the professional audio quality that the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro system offers, and you're good to go. So Yeah, all right. Well, there's one thing that I want to test on here, and that is a distance test. I want to find out if this microphone system is going to have good range. So let's go ahead and set up a tripod right here and walk away from the microphone or walk away from the camera so we can put a little distance between the receiver and the transmitter and see how it does. The Saramonic Blink 500 Pro system is supposed to have about 100 meters worth of range or 328 feet. So I'm going to walk quite a ways away. I'm going to keep on rolling way back there and see how far this thing really holds up for. Now, some of these 2.4 gigahertz microphone systems, one of the problems that they have is that when you break line of sight, their signal can get weak and drop out. So the first thing I'm going to do is simply turn around so that my transmitter and receiver don't have line of sight, and I'm going to start walking back and see if we get any signal breakup. So let me go ahead and turn around, and I'm going to start walking here. And while I'm walking, you may notice we have, all right, let me go ahead and interrupt this distance test just for a moment. And that is because I noticed when I was playing back the video that it had started to drop audio right away. The signal started to drop out, and it started sort of sporadically at first where the signal was cutting in and out. And then as I got further away, the signal just dropped completely out and there was no audio at all. And when I got as far away as I was going to get, there was absolutely no audio. The signal was not reaching. The transmitter and the receiver were not communicating at all. Now, once I turned around from that same distance and I reestablished a line of sight with the transmitter and the receiver, then the signal picked back up and everything was fine. So let's jump back into the distance test so you can see more of what I'm talking about. Pretty far away right now. So I don't know if this is 100 meters, but it's pretty doggone far. So yeah, I want to know if you can still hear me. Now, there's really nothing between me and my camera or me and the transmitter and the receiver. There's nothing in between us right now. So it should have a clear line of sight. But on the other end, there's no walls or anything else for the signal to bounce off of. So it really is going to have to reach far in order to get me. So let me go ahead and start walking backwards and start walking back towards the camera here, and we'll see how this sounds. Now, I'm really hoping that this is working out well and there isn't any signal out, because I've had really good experience with the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro system where the signal just is absolutely. Hopefully it is the iPhone version of it. This is, again, the B4 version. There's a number of different variations of the Blink 500 Pro system, and one of the nice things about it is that you can mix and match. So if you have, for instance, let's say you bought the system for your camera, you can also just go ahead and buy the DI receiver so that you can actually pair it up with one of the other transmitters, or you can buy the USB-C receiver, or if you bought, say, an iPhone kit, say you bought the B4 kit and then you have, say, also an iPad Pro that uses the USB-C, you could also buy a receiver that'll work for there, and you could pair up one of the transmitters with that receiver. So it's very, very versatile as a wireless mic system. Now, another nice feature about this Saramonic Blink 500 Pro system is that on the receiver, there is a switch on the side that has M and S. That means mono and stereo, and that's going to allow you to have a different mix coming in depending on whether you choose mono or stereo. So if you're using both of the transmitters at the same time, you can have both of those transmitters coming in on individual channels. So you can have, for instance, transmitter 1 coming through on your left and transmitter 2 coming in on the right, and that way you can have both of those channels working independently. So if you have someone who speaks very loud, someone who speaks very quiet, you can have them on separate channels so that you can adjust those levels independently a little bit easier. Now, if you want everything coming through the same on both the left and the right channel, you can choose mono and everything will come through exactly the same on both the left and the right. So anyways, it's a nice feature to have. Some people use it all the time. Some people may never use it, but it's one of those features that's really nice to have in case you need it. All right, everyone, so there we have it. That is a look at the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro B4 wireless microphone kit. This is a dual channel 2.4 gigahertz wireless microphone kit. The receiver has a lightning port on there, so it hooks up directly to your iPhone or your iPod or your iPad if your iPad has a lightning connector. So it is a fantastic system. I really enjoy having it and using it. And let's be honest, our iPhones are already giving us professional quality video out of the cameras. We might as well get professional audio out of them too, so that we can have a full-blown broadcast rig right in our pocket. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna leave a link to this kit down below in the video description. I'm also gonna leave a link to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and air grease. Peace.